the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. Till I hit it with the alcohol. Won't hurt till I hit it with the yo. The blend masters in the building, here to let you know I got the game on lock and I'm ready to flow. Blessed with health, wealth, and knowledge yourself, yo. It's just a couple more things you need to know. Spiritually gifted, socially uplifted, have you leaving here clouder than the click that you kick it with. A certified baller that your man can't check. Quit hacking me, homie, or I'ma check your neck. I'm the king of the soft blends and two-top drop, and I be on it every day so the shit don't stop. Game Time is the name of my show, where I break it all down and tell you how it go. I keep the mic smoking when I talk my shit, so tune in every week for the game I spit. I said I keep the mic smoking when I talk my shit, so tune in every week for the game I spit. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. What up? We back. We in the building. Welcome to another dope episode of Game Time.
What up, though?
Give it up for yourselves. Today, I am blessed to have one of my brothers from another mother in the building with me.
Day one.
My main man, we done been through the trenches together. We done been all over the world together, you know what I'm saying?
And
kicking it.
Twice.
Enlisted surface warfare specialists, you understand what I'm saying? I want to bring to you Atlanta Zone, my main man, Tip. Give it up, man.
Yo, what's happening? Tate, man. Appreciate you for having me on here, man.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to have you, man.
20 years knowing this man. This is my guy.
Yeah, we go back, man. We go back like Cadillac car seats. You know what I'm saying? So, tell the people a little bit about where you from, you know, what part of the city you from and all that, because I know they know you.
Yeah, man. I'm from Griffin, Georgia, man. I'm really from south of Atlanta, about 30 minutes south of the city, man, country boy. Born in Miami, raised in Griffin, you know what I'm saying? But
born in Miami, raised in Griffin. Boy, yeah, that's a nice shuffle of the cars right there.
Yeah, man, my mama knew being raised with a single mama down in Miami, you know what I'm saying? She know what was up with me. So she brought me.
She had to get you up out of there.
Yeah, right. So she brought me to Griffin to her big sister and her husband. So like,
what year was that? What year?
This was 6 weeks after I was born.
But what year was it? 1980. Yeah, they was just about to free the Cubans. Fidel Castro was just about to free them people.
Yeah, you know what was popping in Miami though, the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. We all saw the Cocaine Cowboys. Okay. Actually, it was a little bit after that. But go ahead. You
man. So you know, man, mom, you know, she dropped. Shout out to my birth mom. You know, she brought me to her sister.
Get that mic.
And to her husband, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Johnny Dallas, man, that's my dad, man. He raised me Friday, September 30th, the 1 year anniversary of his death. We losing him, you know what I'm saying? It's celebration, man. Everything that man is me, you dig?
The deepest of condolences, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I didn't see you at that time. You said it's been a year?
Yeah, it's been a year,
man.
Yeah,
man. I was grieving at the time, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even get a chance to holler at you about that. And you was kind of hard to get in contact with around that time, too.
Yeah, man. You know, bro, man, it's been a fight the last 3 years of my life, man. It's been a whirlwind for real, bro.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you were able to kick it. And I'm gonna tell you why. That's another reason why this conversation is important, because we got a great history, man. We were in the Navy together. You know what I'm saying? We were on the USS Spruance DCOM crew.
Yo, DD9, shout out DD963.
DD963, that bitch at the bottom of Atlantic somewhere.
Yeah, it's a reef now, man.
It's a reef. They got that. They sank, because that's what they do to them old ships. They take them bitches out in the middle of the ocean and they line up. They put marks on that junk. And the planes, the helicopters, and the ships be just boom, boom, boom till that thing sink.
Listen, boy, that thing was really held together by like duct tape and old paint.
Lagging tape.
E-warp
tape, emergency water activated patch wrap.
Hey, That was the
man.
days, bro.
So we talk about 2003 to 2000. I got to that ship April 2004. The crazy part about it, right? I was stationed on the USS Leyte Gulf in 1996. That's a cruiser, right? And during that time, they moved up to Virginia in 1997, like a port shift. So when they moved up there, apparently before we moved up there, I got stopped by the police and got a ticket. And we got on deployment after that. Had a ticket, went on deployment, and then I came back. The ship moved to Virginia in 97. And then I went to Hawaii from 97 to 2000. I was there. And in 2000, I went to Hawaii, stayed in Hawaii for 3 years, and then I get orders back to Duval. When I get to the gate,
Duval.
That's Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, man,
that's when I was going to the Spruance the day before I met this cat. The ship was out to sea. So I pull up to the doggone gate to get my base stickers for my car and shit, thinking shit sweet. And they told me to wait right there. I'm sitting over there in the car, and all I hear is, turn the car off. Take the keys out the car with your right hand and I was like, what?
Hey, look. Hey, did he say just wait right there, buddy?
Yes. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I said, man. Then I saw police. You know how Mayport is. Once you pull in the parking lot, the doggone cops, you see them coming up the street.
Yeah. Every time they tell you, wait right there.
Wait
buddy,
right there.
Well, you know your ass going to jail.
Man, they took me to jail and said you had a failure to appear for a speeding ticket you got in 96. I got the ticket in 96. We were on deployment. Before we moved. So I didn't even get a chance to go to court, but I paid the ticket. So I had to go spend the night in jail. And I was in jail, and they got to see the judge the next morning, and the judge dismissed it. Now, I get back to the base, and the whole ship know that I was in jail. Well, your new BM3, they just got his ass out of jail. I get to the ship, they like, what you go to jail for? Man, it was some shit that happened in 96. And they just not catch me and put me in jail, but it was already taken care of and they dismissed it and it was over with. But that was the beginning of a great 2 years. Getting there in March 2000, was it March 2000? March 2003. March 2003, I got there. April 2003, and that's when
before me because I got to the ship in like May of 03, April. Yeah, so it might have been April. Yeah, because I got like late April, early May.
Because I got there, I had to stay in the barracks for a couple of days, and then they pulled in.
I got there in April. Yeah, so it might have been April 03.
Yeah, I was on the pier when they pulled in. So, and I know that because I had to spend all of March. I spent all of March that year in Detroit, and it snowed. March 03, it snowed in Detroit, Michigan. That's crazy. That's my crew right there. That's our 1st Division crew on that ship we were in. I'm the one in the bottom middle.
Hey, man. Yeah. Kurt used to work the shit out of them boys, man.
And that's me at an unrep station right there. We getting fuel on the one with the yellow hard hat on. And somebody hit in the inbox is like, man, why you got your hands on the rig? Technically, you right. The rig captain should not be touching the rig. But I was just front for the camera. Plus, I was front for the camera, and that's all it was. I was like, I'm doing something for the camera. And remember, because it was Alan taking the picture. Hey, Al, shout out to Al, wherever you at, bro.
I couldn't do that. Hey, man, he had like, about 25, 30 kids.
Yeah, they was up there asleep, but that bag, once you get that messenger, you want to wrap that messenger up, put it in the bag, and hook it up to the rig so it don't be dangling when they release that bitch and they get snagged on somebody's shit and drag their ass in the water with it. Because you only got like a 2-foot bar to work with. But look, so we was on that ship, man, from 2000 to 2003.
03 to 05?
To decom, which was like March 05. Yeah, it was March 05.
Nah, decom, I think it was like, because I left, shit, we came off deployment, what? December 04?
We came back in December. Remember, we all was looking good because we had worked out the whole 6 months. And everybody went and got suits for the doggone Christmas party.
Because I left in February.
You left right? Yeah, you did leave early. You left early.
Like the first week.
Right. Because you used to pull up to my crib and used to have the dunk. The Chevy, hell yeah, you was out of there. But so I stayed to the last minute, man. I was the last person on that ship. Me, Captain Jerome,
he was cool as hell.
And being one, he was on there. I had to be the rigger for the. No, it was the bald headed one that was stealing from the semen. You know what I'm saying? Where I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say the dude's name. But
anyway.
Hell yeah. So, and I had to go on the forecastle to chop the doggone toe chain for the rig. You know, when they come tow it, they got a chain rigged up and they got it tied to the wooden blocks. So once the tug gets the messenger and starts to heave around on the chain, the tow chain, and it's just there for chafing purposes, somebody gotta break the doggone knots off the board with the axe, and that's what my job was. And the BN1 had to be there to be the safety, and the captain was there because he was the last person that was supposed to be on the ship. So once they pulled it out to the jetties, we hopped on the tug and we just watched her go away, man. They drug her off and stripped her some more.
And blew that bitch up.
Shout out to the damn decom crew. That's what they do. Yep. They blow them ships up. They take them joints out in the middle of the ocean. They put X's on them.
Yeah, and turn them into reefs.
And then they let them drip. Now you can go. This is some crazy shit.
At least that's what they tell you.
This is some crazy shit. Now you see that right there. But I'm gonna tell you one more thing before we go. When they do decom these ships, if you go to Google Earth and you zoom in on Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Virginia, you will see the USS and all the names of the ships they got buried out there. Because once they dunk them, they put it on what they say, they put that bitch on the chart, mark it on the chart. Now I'm gonna give you since we got this picture of this shipwreck right here. This is a crazy story, right? So it was like November. If you look closer enough, you could probably see the date on that jump. But it was November. We were supposed to get ready to go on deployment, and we was doing our last bit of NLQs and DLQs. Is basically qualifications for the pilots to get their helicopter license to drive at nighttime and shit. And then we was doing plane guard for the carrier, which means we was just following behind the carrier. And because you got to have a small ship following behind the carrier in case somebody fall in the water. The carrier can't stop launching planes because they got the right speed and they launching planes. If you fall in the water, they can't stop that shit and go in a circle and come pick you up, which is the man overboard recovery procedure. Is to when a man falls overboard, they go in a circle and find out where the smoke flow hit at and try to pick him up.
You fall overboard out there, man, your ass good as gone.
You should swallow water because the shit ain't gonna last that long.
Man, it's over with.
And if you look behind my man Tip, is you see me driving this small boat right here. That's me in the yellow jacket right there driving the small boat and shit. And that's another thing I did. I drove the small boat for the and stuff like that. But on this ship right here, so we out here doing plane guard. And plane guard is when you follow behind the aircraft carrier and you basically line up behind them while they land planes and launch planes. In case one of them crash, the small ship behind them is supposed to get the person out the water as fast as possible. The aircraft carrier got to keep going. They got shit to do. And so it was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and the aircraft carrier decided to do comm drills. But they didn't want to do it with the radios on, so they cut off all the radios. So the aircraft carrier slowed all the way down till about 2 knots. Now, if you know anything about being on a ship, when you drive 2 knots, you really can't control it.
Nah, it's just...
It's like if you ever drive a boat, you got to have speed on the boat for you to have direction.
And 2 knots on them big ass.
And 2 knots is small. It's like you really ain't moving. Yeah. And so you don't have enough propulsion to push you left or right. So we going, they slow down to 2 knots. We slow down to 2 knots. But they want to bring the helicopter in. So we go to green deck. And they go to bring the helicopter in, and the aircraft carriers start coming backwards, like 35 miles per hour. They just mashed the gas and started coming right backwards. Now, we had 2 knots.
What, so you on a cruiser, right?
I'm on a cruiser.
And you got hit by an aircraft carrier?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I can't sleep to this day because of that. I still have issues going to bed at night, and they be waking me up all night, and I be waking up in sweats wondering what's going to happen. But back to the story. They bagged up, and we trying to move, going 2 knots left, 2 knots. We had a black Captain Coleman, and he was cold as ice, man. He was cool as a fan. He looked just like the Cleveland man. The dude Cleveland, the cartoon character, he was a pot-bellied black man with a nice little Gary, what's the dude name? Gary Coleman fro, and a doggone mustache, like a wishbone. So they coming back, and we trying to move, but we can't. So the ship is still coming back fast, and we sitting here trying to maneuver left and right. because we had an all right rudder full, and then the captain came and reverse rudder and put it in reverse, and it was just keeping us in one spot. And this aircraft carrier, if you look at a picture of an aircraft carrier on your internet, you can see
that good gas.
It hit us.
It got him. It hit him too.
Got it. It
yes, sir.
bagged into us and did the damage that you see there. And this was like 2 weeks before deployment and shit. We like, yes, we didn't get to go on deployment. Bullshit. We thought we weren't going on deployment. They rigged some scaffolding. They welded a whole deck on the side of that ship, and they stood there and welded that piece back together. And we was ready right after stand down. We was ready to go, dog. And we went on deployment with that. It was crazy, but that's how that was. So being on that decom cruise, we saw a lot of crazy shit. Yeah. You know, what was some things you remember about being on a decom cruise? Memorable moments of that deployment period.
Man, there's a lot of them, bro. Hey, you know what? The gold suit.
The gold suit in Dubai. And then
listen, I wish I'd have found that picture with my puffy starter kit, as you call it.
Yeah, you went, because we went out there and break bread on some gold.
I'm telling you, look.
You lost that shit?
No, I got the picture, man. Look.
You lost the gold?
Nah, bro. I don't wear that shit no more.
I could dig it, man. I got this shit from there and I wear it every day, man.
Bro, listen, man. Hey, look, man. I had the pinky rings.
Yes. You broke bread.
Hey, listen,
I'm
bro,
like, Tip broke bread at the gold suit. A lot of people did, though.
Yeah, everybody did, because you think, man, we out there getting that tax-free.
For the people at home, what's the gold suit?
Okay, so the gold suit it's like a mall, right? It's like 3 floors.
It's the Dubai Mall.
Yeah, it's Dubai.
5 floors.
Hey, man, well, this one in Monument, Bahrain. That was the first one.
Okay, the one in Bahrain?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the one in
go ahead.
Bahrain, bro. It's 3 floors. Like, ain't no 10 karat don't exist. You know what I'm saying? It's all 14, 18, 24 karat, like the gold look like cheese.
You looking at the shot?
But the thing is, like, so you go in the stores, there's a sign in the windows, and it's just the price of gold, whatever the price is, you know, per ounce or per gram, like that's what you pay. And, you know, everything's a barter. Like, the price ain't really the price.
Keep going, man.
Yeah. So, like, the price ain't really the price. And, shit, man, you talking, what, 2004? You know, the dollar still boss back then. So, like, shit, $1,000.
And I think it's a percentage. Like, it's a percentage bonus fucking with gold over there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, you know, you got to think, all of them, it ain't no big stores, ain't no Zales. And,
but just let's take a minute.
Mom and pops jewelry.
Do you remember that mall?
Yeah, I remember them all, bro. Like,
do you remember they had the painting on the ceiling in that bitch?
Yeah, hey, man,
it was like the Sistine Chapel.
Bro, I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Like, and I'm talking like the detail and everything lined in gold.
Man, they had like 2 Walmarts in that motherfucker.
Yo, these folks got chains over here. You think these rappers in America flossing, bro? Like, listen, man.
Remember TGI Thursdays?
TGI Thursdays, yeah. Hey, come on, man.
Tell them about TGI Thursdays.
Hey, man, it's
a restaurant with a theme like TGI Friday.
TGI, but you know what I'm saying?
But it's at Dubai.
Yeah.
And I guess it's 6 o'clock. Their official day is over.
Yeah.
And they can take them. I don't want to disrespect the name of the garments that they don during the day. Would just show the eye.
Yeah.
But after a certain time of the day, they get to put on regular clothes. And then all of them pull up to the restaurant at 6 o'clock.
TGI Thursday is going down. Like,
but you know what? A ship, a Navy ship pulling in your city. A Navy ship pulling in your city is going to be on the news.
Oh yeah, it's an instant boost to your economy.
And you don't even know as we pulling in.
I'm telling you,
the city like they coming now.
Hey, they coming.
The coalition gonna be out there like, get your stuff together. It's time to get bread.
Hey.
They send them out there like, yo.
Send them out there in droves, bro.
They know we gonna be at TGI Thursdays, and the cab drivers like, them boys.
Yeah,
they at TGI Thursdays.
Buddy. Hey, come here, buddy.
And how was they acting when they came in TGI Thursdays?
Thirsty.
Like they ain't never seen
a nigga there in their life.
A good looking black man before in their life. And it was like, I felt like I was Bobby Brown for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and see, I'm like 6'6", probably about good 250. You know what I'm saying?
We are in peak shape.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I ain't never seen no black men like that, so they looking like,
and they own it, and now
own it.
And a lot of them scored. A lot of brothers paid that fare. Come to find out, they was working, but a lot of dudes paid that fare and going over there and had that moment. Because I mean, for some people, you know, paying for a shot of ass in a foreign country is part of the trip. I mean,
yeah, but like, man, ain't that like? But see, it's different though. My situation was different though, bro. Like, I'm 6'6". You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we was telling each other, we was basketball players.
Right. And so like, you got to think like, this 2004, like, so Google, it's not a thing yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm icy. I got chains on and shit, diamonds and all this shit. Like, so I might look like a rapper, but it's like.
Use the shot with both of us in it? Just use that shot instead of switching in and out? So I like going over there. Because the mall is always crazy. And if you get a chance to go to Dubai,
yeah.
First of all, they started building all those sand dunes and sand, you know, the resorts and shit they was building out there. They started, because I went to Dubai a couple times.
Hey, what was that water park? What was that water park we went to in Dubai with the big ass?
The Dubai water park. I mean, it ain't but one.
Yeah, man. The
Dubai water park is amazing. And I could never remember the name of that. We just know it's the water park. And it's like, you look at it, we in a desert. But they got a clean ass water park.
Hey, was that the one Betty came down and sliding and her wig came down after her?
Yes, that's probably was. That's exactly the one. They were losing wigs on the water slide.
Losing wigs on it, boy.
So we you know, when you decommission a ship, we said the name of that deployment was the decon. What ports did we hit on that deployment?
Let's see. Damn,
we hit. One thing I will say, we hit Naples as the last port.
Yeah, Naples like first and last. We hit Naples.
That last port at Naples. We hit Rhoda because I was an honorary chief of Rhoda. We played that baseball game.
Yeah, we hit Turkey, Marmara's Turkey.
We hit Turkey.
Bahrain.
I got some good pictures from Bahrain.
Africa was there for a refuel. Then
yeah, got some. Hold
on, seemed like we went to. Did we hit Suda Bay or
you hit Suda Bay,
Augusta Bay,
and Augusta Bay? Then we go to that wasn't Palma.
No, that was that Rhoda, Spain?
Or was that the French Riviera? Then when we went over to Nice.
Shit.
No, I'm sorry. I done been on 3 ships and I've been on 4 deployments.
Yeah,
I got all these ships.
Run together.
So when we went to Naples though, it was all of us. Remember that night in Naples? First of all, let me be clear. During that time, me and this guy was like the number 1 and number 2 person in our pay grade, like the E5. You know what I'm saying? We was the number 1, number 2 eval wise. You know, they always have a ranking board, and depending on your qualifications, this is going to determine where you sit in that ranking. And he and I were 1 and 2. I'm not going to say who was 1, but I will say this. Well, he worked for a master chief, and I worked for a senior chief, and they was like best friends. Now, you were starting a story about them earlier. Tell me about that.
Okay, so, you know, your senior chief was my guy.
Shout out Senior Chief Ross.
Shout out Senior Chief Ross. But Master Chief Caswell, shout out Master Alan Caswell. That's my guy, man. It was like my C-daddy, but home was in there. Your Senior Chief come to me. So I used to have like Crown Royal and, you know what I'm saying, like
Listerine
bottle. You know what I mean?
That's how you get it on the ship, ladies and gentlemen.
You know
Listerine bottles, the
so
Crown Royal.
Get you like an alcohol bottle, a big water jug. Why should I keep it in your rack?
Yeah.
And also, I'm thinking I'm slick, right? Because, you know, you can sell that off and make you some money and shit.
Shots at shots.
So, Master Chief missed quarters 2 days. We out to sea. Probably been out there about 4 days, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? About that second day, then seeing third day, he said, his senior chief come to me and say, hey, hey, man, bring me an empty soda bottle like this here. He said, your Master Chief down bad. You know, he a bit of alcoholic. And I said, all right, senior chief.
Out to sea, he's an alcoholic.
Now, so mind you, right, I just made E4 at this time. So
okay.
I made rank quick. You know what I mean? I got to the ship as an E3. A year and a half later, I'm an E5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Master Chief, shout out to him. So I just made E4. So I'm like, senior chief, I don't know. He was like, look, it's some Listerine in your rack, and I ain't gonna talk about that rubbing alcohol. He said, matter of fact, find another bottle and bring me one. So I said, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I had some moonshine, man. My dad always hit me with the moonshine. So I had the moon. I said, Master Chief,
you had moonshine on the ship, and you ain't give me shit,
bro. Look, hey, it was just smooth hustle.
I was drinking with Thompson. He had Hennessy in Main 1.
Hey, look, from that day on, now Master Chief was like, hey, so I'm gonna tell you, I didn't have no more alcohol on the ship after that, because Master Chief was like, hey, I could fuck you up for that, but I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But don't do that shit no more.
For giving it to Sin Chief?
No, just for having it on them.
But so did Master Chief, did he get his shit from you?
Yeah, he had to.
That's why he was drunk?
CNC, he told CNC Ross, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Allen got some.
He got some liquor.
Or matter of fact, CNC told him, because you know they do birthing cleaner. You know what I'm saying? They do birthing cleaners and that moonshine smell, bro. You can't hide that shit.
So CNC must have went there like, how the fuck you get drunk?
Yeah, he needed some.
He four guys something.
Hey, yeah,
and
man.
you ain't gave me none yet.
Nah, CNC, cause see what it was, he was just wanted that bottle. But I tried to play Dom like I ain't know, so he just texted me like, oh, okay, you gonna play Dom? We'll find another bottle now. I want one. So I'm like, oh, okay, well fuck it then. But hey, look, I was good with him ever since though, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
The crazy part about it, when you go to some of these ports, they have it set up to where you can, get a hotel room and stay out all night. Cause you live on the ship all this time out to sea, and whenever you pull into a nice port, if you good enough as a person, you ain't got no trouble, they'll let you go get a hotel room that night. So normally to do that, you gotta go down to the hotel, get the room, get the information, bring that back to the ship, get the request ran all the way up to the captain so he can approve it. Well,
bullshit.
We out running the streets, me and this guy, along with a bunch of other guys that's more senior than we are.
More senior than us. They
are shivering trying to figure out how they gonna get a room, and we just know all we gotta do is call a quarterdeck. So we didn't. That's the quarterdeck is how you get in contact with the ship. So we waited till like what, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock?
10, 11 o'clock at night.
Called the ship like, yo, we over here at the Navy. We was at the Navy Lodge.
Yeah, it was at the Navy Lodge.
And that Navy Lodge trip was crazy. I don't know how much you remember. Remember we was in the Navy room. So we go to the Navy Lodge. It's like basically the hotel that Americans use in foreign countries. It's also on every base. So if you ever like a vet or a retiree and you want to go travel, if they got a base, you can go use the base hotel, and it's like cheap.
Yeah, they got a nice room too though.
Nice room, and it's cheap. Yeah. So if you go over to Naples, Italy, they got a whole base over there, a whole community over there.
Yeah, for sure.
So they got a Navy Lodge. So we went up there about 15, 20 deep and got like 8 rooms.
Oh yeah, okay.
And we was all up there chilling and playing cards, playing music. Like, man, we had a long deployment, a long workup. This shit is almost over. We finna head back, because Naples is like right there at the Rock of Gibraltar.
That's it, like the armpit of Europe. That's what they call it.
And once you cross out of the Mediterranean through
kind of stank a little bit.
The Rock of Gibraltar, the Straits of Gibraltar, you end on the Atlantic. Once you on the Atlantic Ocean, you basically going, southeast to back to Norfolk. So once that's the last port before we underway for 2 weeks straight. So we stayed out.
So you thinking from Norfolk, bro? We was in Mayport. We was down in Jacksonville.
Yeah, Mayport, Norfolk. I mean, from Europe, it's pretty much the same distance. And if you don't, and you're right, and it's tides and currents gonna push you down. And it's crazy, but we stayed in that hotel all night. We was deep as hell. And then the next morning, we got up and went to the exchange and got all them groceries. Came back and cooked a big ass breakfast. Because them boys was from the South.
Yeah.
And they cooked a big old country breakfast with sausage and eggs and everything in the hotel. And then we went back and came back across the pond, man. That was a moment, B.
Who was we with? What was the DK name? The black dude.
Black DK.
Yeah, the black DK nigga spoke Arabic and everything. Haynes. DK1 Haynes.
DK1 Haynes. What up, Haynes?
Man, what up, Haynes? Shout out to you, homeboy.
Haynes and some of the BN1s was there. Merv was there. Thompson was there. Me and Thompson broke a bed. It was bunk beds in there. We tried to lift the bunk beds out the Navy Lodge and put them down on the floor.
And you folks shit.
And I guess we split the wood that was on the we split the wood that was holding the hole, because when you got a bunk bed, you got the pegs that stick out the top of the bottom bunk, and there are holes in the base of the upper bunk, and you lift the bunk up and on, and when you take it off, you're supposed to lift it up and off, and we just drug it off and broke the junk. And then they ended up calling back to the ship saying we broke a bed. And I think we had to get them like $400-500 for that shit. But we was already out to sea. But they had already sent the email like, them Navy motherfuckers broke the bed in room 413.
Yeah,
and it was like
my room, so I would kind of.
Yeah, man, we had a lot of stuff happen that night. We can't really talk about it because what happens overseas stays overseas. Absolutely. But You got a sea story you want to tell?
Oh, man, I got a few sea stories, man. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Oslo, Norway.
Oslo, Norway.
Was you with us?
Yeah.
When we met, we bumped into Chingy on the street.
No, I wasn't with y'all that day. How did that go?
So me, your boy Quick, shout out Quick, Turner, shout out to y'all.
What
man.
up, whole squad?
Yeah, so I just got the white gold grill with the blue diamonds. You know, Quick got he got gold. Turner. So we just walking on the streets in Norway, like ain't no black folks around. So everywhere you going, it's like folks staring. But we see another group of black dudes on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
So dudes like, hey, what's up? So it's Chingy. He like, damn, y'all got grills in Norway? Like, nah, bro, we from Florida. That's where the boat. He was like, oh, what's up? The other nigga won't give us tickets to his concert. Man, I wasn't rocking with Chingy like that.
But Chingy,
he was hot at that time.
But I mean, that's still Oslo, fucking Norway.
That's Oslo, Norway, bro. Listen here, man.
You see Chingy in Oslo, Norway. That's my dude right there.
Hey, man, that was the most random. Yo, that shit was the ass. Next time you talk to Quick, Turner.
Oh, yeah.
Man, yeah, they'll tell you.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but the thing is, like, we already headed to a club. Like, yo, shout out to you, bro. You got a concert, but, dog, we just left some restaurant eating, and it was like 10, 12 Kardashian-looking chicks.
And on top of that,
hey, we at this club. So matter of fact, I got a picture I should have sent you, bro.
We're just as famous over there because we was the fucking dream team. Please believe me.
Hey, listen, man.
2 6-foot dudes walking through Norway was definitely celebrities.
Hey, look, 2004 ain't no Google, right? So
right,
you
no
can't
Google.
just Google. This nigga 6'7", about 275 like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'6", like 250. So it's like shit. He play football. I play basketball. We both play basketball because it's
that was
shit,
the line overseas.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We tired, so it's
these are small people in these countries.
It's like a motherfucker, bro. When I tell you like the rock star life, man, I know how that shit felt like for however. Man, we in Bahrain. So I'm getting jewelry because it's so cheap.
Yeah, jewelry.
So it's like you go from Bahrain and then we hit Dubai.
And right
so I'm like, damn, I got this 18 karat gold little piece with a cross, but this is big ass Cuban I wanted. This diamond crusted and like I got, you know what I'm saying? I got the gold grill, so Buddy was fucking with me because we hit the same ports a couple times.
Yeah.
So for a Zippo lighter, right? Them shits is outlawed in the East.
Zippo lighters,
you open up, like you flick them and they just stay lit.
Yeah.
Man, them shit like $500.
Yeah,
and like you get them $20, $25, but you go to the jewelry store with them. And like, it's all barter, so the price ain't the price.
Nah.
So it's like if it say, oh, okay, this chain $2,500, I'm like, no, I give you 15. Oh, buddy, give me 22. But like if you say $2,500 and you say, okay, give it to me, they're gonna kick you out the store because it's disrespectful to their work. And it's like, okay, well shit. All right, bet you okay. You gonna give me this chain for $2,200. All right, so how much for this bracelet right here? Okay, let's say $2,000. All right, I give you $1,200 for that. And he's like, but all right, well, okay, I give you $3,000 for both of them. And he's like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, see, how much them earrings? And this is all 18 karat gold.
Yeah.
And so I pull out this Zippo, his eyes light up. And like, look, Curtis had pinky rings with diamonds and his Puff Daddy starter kit is what he called it.
Typical 21-year-old nigga, dog. It was crazy.
Man, just young nigga.
21,
wild as hell.
You going across the ocean, you saving money because it's like 2.5 paychecks over there on the way over there. Then you getting hazardous duty pay and tax-free pay. All this money is stacking up. So when you pulling in, you looking at 5 racks and you only been gone 2 weeks.
Right, you been gone 2 weeks and it's, you know what I'm saying?
5 racks, like damn, let's get it. And it's like, I'm going to get some jewelry because everybody been stacking to hit the gold suit because they know gold is cheaper over there.
Right, because the thing, once you go in the Gulf, everything tax-free.
Yeah, tax-free.
And you getting hazard duty pay, imminent danger, combat pay, all this. So
family separation pay.
So say you making $1,200 on the 1st and 15th. Now you might be making $3,000. Now say if you was already like you got some ranking, you making maybe $2,500 every 2 weeks. Now you making $6,000.
Just for driving over there.
Yeah. Just riding over there. So
it's tax free.
You sitting back waiting to hit the port because this ports we done been placed and done shit. So like, nah, bro, I'm gonna chill out on the boat. I done been here a few times. But getting over there to get that gold though, man, listen.
Once you start getting that, and them Zippo lighters, man, I done got a leather coat for a Zippo lighter, man. I like this coat, man. It's cold because we pull in, like we did one of my ships on the Lake Take Gulf. We did Naples, Italy for Christmas and New Year's, and in Italy, it's out with the old, in with the new when it comes down to New Year's. So you walking down the street and the motherfucker throwing a refrigerator out the window. from on a building. So they say you see a crushed refrigerator on the ground, a crushed couch, and you walking down the street like they doing that New Year's Eve, gunshots, firecrackers, and all that. But it's literally throwing shit out the window. And so you walk up on it, it's getting cold. You didn't expect it to get that cold. So now you got to get a jacket. So these niggas be having jackets on the side of the highway, all kind of shit. I need that jacket right there, that nice wool coat.
Do you still got that leather jacket, the custom joint we had made? Matter of fact, we was in Naples.
The trench?
Yeah, you still got it?
As soon as I got that trench home, my dad looked at it one time, and that nigga been wearing it for the last 15 years.
I still got this jacket.
15, I ain't seen the jacket but one time, and every time I see him, he got it on.
Hey man,
This was back in 2005. When you go to these foreign countries, the vendors, like they got the suit vendors and they got the jacket vendors. So they making these trench coats, but the trench coat, I'm thinking I want it to come down to my ankles, but it comes down like mid-thigh. This was 2004. They wearing that now.
Yo, and
we got them jackets made in 2004. I ain't never wore my shit because it was tailor made, and my shoulder's probably a little too big for it now.
Hey, look, I still got mine.
And when I see him in it, I'm like, man, that's a badass jacket. I had that jacket made damn near 20 years ago.
Bro, I'm mad I can't find this damn picture.
Damn, that's been 20 years. It's 2020. It's the end of 22, so shit.
Yeah,
that's 19 years ago.
That's a long
time. And he still got that jacket. It's a wool trench coat. I want to say cashmere, with 3 buttons in the middle right there, and it come down to about mid-thigh, and that's what they wearing now. You know what I'm saying? We got that one made. I got the suit guy. When you pull into Dubai,
See, I should have sent you that. See, that's the picture in the drip. That's when I bought all that.
That's when you bought that shit.
That's when I bought all that shit.
That's crazy.
Right there. Like I knew I had this picture. So look, right?
Send it to me, and I send it to him. So we get.
It's a story behind this picture. I'm gonna tell you too.
So we go and to the Zippo. I needed a jacket because the weather getting cold. So they got the vendors all up and down the street. I want this jacket. I got Zippos for this shit. Like niggas get cigarettes. Niggas used to get cigarettes on a ship to send to New York.
Yeah.
Because cigarettes be $2 on the ship, be like $10 in New York. So they getting cartons and sending them back to New York for $30, $40, $50. So I'm getting Zippos in overabundance because I'm very familiar with the SH. They got control of all the shit.
Yeah, right.
So I got Zippos with the ship's crest on it. That's a leather jacket. That's a pair of shoes. That's a dinner. And that's just vending and shit. So they got hats. They want these hats. You got the kids. The USS military ships coming to them countries is almost like Michael Jordan pulling up.
Yeah, for real, bro.
And they really didn't see Mike and them until they started doing that Dream Team shit.
And I'm like, man, so, for them, man, they don't see no black dudes.
No, they don't
this tall, and then see like, yeah, I send it to you.
I'm about to send that to my man right there.
And so like, here, I'm gonna send in this other picture too.
It ain't came through.
Shout out to my, check your inbox, your Facebook.
Yeah, they recognize them. Because first of all, you only niggas in America. Okay?
I swear.
You only niggas in America. When you go to these foreign countries, the black men there are black men there. You know what I'm saying? I never felt no pressure like that over there. You won't get back to America like, dude, that's crazy. I actually get to go over here and be a face of defense for this country, then come back over here and get sweated by the fucking police.
No, look, I'm mad. I thought
you ain't sent it to me.
Yeah, check your Facebook message.
Wow, so you don't have my phone number? You can't
send
me a text message,
man, bro. You know I got an Android, bro. Okay. I don't have an iPhone, so that shit gonna come through looking like I drew it with a crayon.
Do you remember when we did? What was that picture I sent? You got that picture of them group of guys in civilian clothes? It's about 7, 8 of us standing outside. My man said he sent it to the.
Yeah, man, that's the easiest.
Yeah, this shit right here. Yeah, man. So you go to these different countries like Barcelona. We went to Barcelona and they had a soccer game going on.
Hey, yo.
And when you go to a soccer game in Barcelona, first of all, they tell you don't wear anything that look like, don't wear no Boston Celtics shirt.
None of that.
Nothing green in Boston because Boston is serious about soccer, and they rival Barcelona's serious about soccer, and their arch rivals are the Celtics. So soccer is like gangbanging up there. You seen it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, them folk fight. I'm talking about.
And we got there after a game was over, and the streets feel like it was crazy, like a parade.
Hey, look, they stabbing though.
Yeah, oh, they damn sure stabbing.
Knives and broken bottles get your ass stabbed right up.
So one thing I used to do when we used to be on deployment, I used to tease people, be like, hey man, my girl ain't answering the phone when I call home, bro. She ain't answering the phone, man. Remember that shit? I used to be like, hey man, I just tried to call the house, man. The girl don't answer the phone. Because what happens, I just send that picture over for my man. What happens is when we pull into Europe, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's that picture right there. That was when we was in fucking, because if you look down
so that's
at the bottom. Matter of fact, we the two on the far left.
Yeah, we the two on the far left. That's
far left.
Standing up.
He's standing up. That nigga like a baby. Look at that baby. That nigga like he about 12 years old and shit.
Hey, but I got the gold yays on though.
And then you got me down there under the picture with the doggone Neil on. First of all, let me be clear. I got the Sean John velour set on. I got the P. Miller velour set on. You know what I'm saying? And I got me a nice watch on, and I got a Kango on my head.
That boy stayed with the Kango.
Had a Kango. Shout out Quick. Quick is the one in the red sweater. Manuel is the one in the white.
My
Big
brother Cherry, my boy.
Wherever you at in Mississippi, man, that's Cherry. Then you got Al over there looking like, don't tell nobody I'm here.
I'm telling you.
And then you got Steen right there. We were a group of guys walking through Scotland.
Yeah,
it was Scotland, and I was like,
racist mother.
I was like, man, my girl ain't answering the phone, dog. And then like when she do answer the phone, I hear somebody in the background laughing, and she's talking about she watching Richard Pryor and shit. I just walking around because I knew somebody was getting cheated on. I just wanted to make sure that dude wasn't gonna kill himself, so I was just joking.
You gotta say, hey, oh no, that was that.
I was not. I was definitely, I'm sure I got cheated on when I was overseas. Only a dumb bitch would let a nigga go overseas to war and not cheat on him. And I'm just saying, I mean, damn, unless you in love. And I know for a fact.
For y'all young fellas in the Navy especially, man, look, stay single.
You don't do it to yourself, man. That's just baggage. Don't do it to yourself. Now, I know you homesick. Go ahead, give him that game. Give him that game.
Don't even worry about it, man. The world is your playground. You know what I'm saying? Get your money up. See what's out there. Don't get married, man. Because
a couple of weeks ago, I spoke. Shouts out to my water jug. How much water you drink today? I get a gallon in a day. But, you know, when you out to sea, I have to tell them young boys, they used to be homesick. I'm marrying my girl when I get back. I'm like, man, why you want to do that? If you love somebody, you ain't got to marry them to prove that. If you love somebody, you ain't got to get married and fuck up your credit. You know what I'm saying? You can love a motherfucker for 100 years.
I'm telling you.
If she love you, hell, the minute you get married, she gonna start working for the position.
Man,
and that's another chapter. We're not gonna go that far today.
That's a whole nother conversation.
But man, I remember. So we talked about when the ship wrecked, and you know, people had nightmares about that shit, man. When that ship crashed in the middle of that ocean in the middle of the night, man, we sitting in the middle of the water. We don't know what's gonna happen till we go to general quarters. And then look up at the we go look up at the hole in the sonar because it was up there by sonar up forward.
Yeah.
So when you go up there and look,
you got a hole in the dome.
You got a hole. We got a hole in the number. So it was like it was above water. So we knew we could just cruise in and not have no drama. But it was like, damn. So a lot of people lost it though. The people that didn't have access, they don't know where the hole is at. The people that's in fucking repair 3, they didn't get to come run up there and say, okay, we good. They in the back like, we don't know what the hell is going on. And people get, you know, people still have issues in getting therapy for that night, man. It was in the middle of the night. Could you imagine? Because when you think about it, that's a big-ass piece of metal, dog.
Hell yeah.
And any water get in it, we going to the bottom of that motherfucker. Do you know, the ocean is about 4 miles deep in certain spots.
Yeah, and metal just don't naturally float. So, you know what I'm saying? There's some engineering.
The bottom of the ocean is waiting on his ass.
And I'm cool. I don't want to holler at David Jones.
Hell no. And you know, a lot of people still receive issues about that shit, man, because, you know, I saw a couple people freak out from that shit.
Yeah.
A few people. And they still don't even go on cruises because of that shit. So, I definitely, as far as, would you recommend the military for anybody?
Me, actually, yeah, bro. like, to be honest, man, like, it's a form of institutionalization. Now, don't let me get too far-fetched with how I be thinking, but I'd rather see a lot of my young brothers go to the military and get some discipline and learn how to be a man and how to go to prison.
To get it.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to get it one way or another.
You're going to get it one way or another. Like, you're going to learn to mind somebody. Like, you're going to learn how to follow something in life. For me, that really wasn't my problem. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, it allowed me to thrive. Because, hey, man, in my 40s, man, my life, my 30s and 40s been so comfortable because of the choice I made. I gave up my whole 20s.
Right.
To the military, bro. I did 10 years in the Navy.
That was dope, man. Very respected, man.
And guess what, bro? Like, it's the benefits afterwards that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to sweat as hard and worry like a lot of people.
And I looked at it, you know what I'm saying? I had a rough childhood coming up. I went through a lot of shit. And I knew that me going to the military, it was like I already knew I was going to be a barber, but I didn't want to just go straight to the shop. I wanted to go travel the world and do some shit. I didn't want to go to college because I'm like, man, I don't even like high school. I don't feel like going to school yet. I mean, I got out of the high school and knew I was going straight. So what happened? I was walking through school in 11th grade, and 2 recruiters was walking down the hallway like a commercial, and it's like, boom, that's what I'm doing right there. I'm gonna go to the military, do my time, retire, and be a barber and talk shit forever.
Hey,
and here I am, a barber talking shit.
Hey, let me tell you, that man there got the best fade that you gonna get to this day.
For sure. Check out my barbering page on Instagram at Tate Barber, and that's the letter T, the number 8, and the word BARBERING. I be getting it in. I call myself the blend master, but I've been cutting hair since 1985.
Man, the boy been cut. Hey, look.
1985.
So another thing about being out on that water, like you ain't got your regular barber.
You ain't got your regular barber.
You know what I'm saying? And like whoever that essays in that barber shop, man, go in there gonna give you that regular old high and tight, give you that give you that Super Bowl. Hey, look, take this bowl right here, sit that bitch on your head and shave around it. Like, that's what it is.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, the guys that used to be in the military and the barbershop, I used to be like, how you don't like this job? You got a TV in here and you can sit in this chair all day.
Right in the AC, just smooth chilling, bro.
I'm like, I got dudes doing everything and you up here chilling. And I couldn't do it because I didn't see a lot of people get advancing in the SH rating.
I was gonna say my job was grave. I was a sonar tech, so I was kicked up.
I love my job. I got to drive the small. I was like a all-star on that ship, man. I was driving a small boat and all kind of shit, and it was just fun all the way for me. Because again, you know, I knew that I was just doing this for the experiences to talk shit when I got out, so I can be talking shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Are you a fan of comedy?
Hell yeah, I'm a fan of comedy. Absolutely.
Okay, so tell me some of your favorite comics.
Shout out to the late great Bernie Mac.
Shout out Bernie Mac.
Bernie, he's my guy, man. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Pryor, yes sir. The Misters.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's that's my child. That's Robin Harris, you know what I'm saying?
Robin Harris never got a chance to shine, man. Yeah. They never got a chance to shine. He did his Baby Kids joke, but the movie was Faison.
Yeah.
So Faison actually brought the joke to life. Then you got okay. You got any local comics? Or you don't really pay too much attention to the local comic scene?
You know, I ain't really been into the real comedy scene like that. Like other, you know, everything's social media.
Yeah.
Really, really now, man. But hey, man, making people laugh, bro. Laughter is the key to the soul, man. That, you know what I'm saying, to keep you young. And shit, man, that's what comedy is for.
Definitely. You know, I've been a comedy fan for a long time.
Who your favorite comic?
You know, I like edgy comics. I like daring comics. You know what I'm saying? I like people to, you know, they represent for themselves. Like I like, you said Bernie Mac was a good one. I want to say comedian K-Dub.
Okay.
Comedian K-Dub is a beast out there in these comedy streets. You know what I'm saying? He been doing it for a long time. You know.
Hey man, I like Joe Rogan. Shout out Joe Rogan, bro.
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I like Joe Rogan, bro.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah, that's what he is. Like first, that's what.
Didn't he just get into some media trouble for like saying the word nigga too much?
But it wasn't even like, bro. Joe Rogan ain't he. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the way they chopped it. But hey man, you know, you say edgy comedy. You know what I'm saying? That's him.
Word.
Nice, yeah.
I like Don DC Curry, Uncle Elroy. Remember him?
Yeah,
From Friday. He funny as hell.
He all right.
Shout out Mike Epps. Shout out
Mike Epps.
Shout out Tracy Morgan. Shout out my boy Red Grant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a couple of good ones. Let's see. Cedric the Entertainer. Kings of Comedy was like the best shit ever, man. I was like, when that shit came out, I was living in Hawaii and shit. That was like 2001 or 2 or something like that. And that was a big event, bruh. We actually went out for that. Like, we going to see Kings of Comedy.
What's it like living in Hawaii, man? Like, I couldn't.
Living in Hawaii, man, to me, it's great, man. Back when I was there in 2000, it was on the islands, 85 degrees every day. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful background, and you know what I'm saying? Great weather. It's like, and then it all depends on where you are in life. Because if you married to a idiot, it could be hell.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got divorced over there, but I was coming out of a divorce going over there. I got a divorce as soon as I got there. So it was like because I was almost like I was overseas. I had been on a ship. It was like I got out of high school, moved to Miami, went to the Navy, was on the ship for 5 years straight, 2 deployments, 3 workups, and then I get shore duty. Right after my divorce, I get a shore duty in Hawaii.
Yeah, smooth.
And it was like the best coming out party ever.
Yeah, smooth.
You know what I'm saying? Like the first time in my life with real money, my car, my spot, and no bitch telling me what the fuck to do.
Yeah,
I was wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was wild, man. I played ball. I played all Navy basketball. I was on shore duty, so I was working at waterfront ops.
I bust your ass too.
We was in Bahrain. The ship pulled into Bahrain, and I was a high energy basketball player.
All I heard was Tate was the best big man in the basin. Look, he got game.
Hold on, slow down. Did you hear what he said? He said I was the best.
I heard.
Big man in the basin. That's
what
how
I
he
heard.
heard of me.
That's what I heard.
The basin is that base where like the 50 ships
So look,
more. That means out of all of them.
Look, I
he
just
knows
came from
about me that way.
I just came from San Diego. I got on the boat.
He just came from San Diego.
So okay, we pulling Bahrain. Hey, look, so he go baseline. I pinned this shit to the glass.
Wait, relax. What happened? Well, this was in the game. Okay, what had happened was relax.
Okay.
Please don't tell me you got the video.
Pinned it to the glass and gave it back to him.
Cause I had that tip is nice, man.
Yeah, and then
first of all, this nigga. What college did you go to?
Clark, Atlanta.
He went to Clark. He played ball. Did you play ball for Clark?
Yeah, I played, but see, he ain't know that. And I'm telling you,
he did not tell me that.
I just look like this.
He just looked like a fat dude with glasses, little chubby little kid.
Then I'm pulling off from 3. He like,
shot wet. Nice on the post.
Because I'm already like, okay, he a big nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
shit, like, he a little thicker than me, but I'm bouncy. I just don't look like it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And
this dude.
Yeah, it was a rough day.
Sweet. But you know what?
It was a rough day for it.
And I'm going to tell you, as I look in the camera, it has not been another big man to give me them type of problems. Yeah. And I was 30 years old then.
Hey, man, that boy that got some game, though.
So,
like, he just ain't no hoe. I ain't just
what it
say
was.
He ain't nothing like that.
And one of the plays, I swear to God, he had me on the baseline. This was the sickest shit ever. And he was just, I'm guarding him thinking he don't need nobody. I don't know. I think he pat me on the ass on one way and went the other way. I was like, did this nigga just hit me on the ass? I'm like, oh, man. So I took it out on the next game we played.
Yeah.
I was dunking all over that
like,
boom.
Like confused, like I pissed him off. So he's like, he ain't trying no spin move, no
nothing. I was just, it was
in shit.
And then you win the tournament. Then you get a trophy.
Yeah, I still got it.
And he got that trophy. It's in the cruise book, man. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Man, and again, I wasn't bad.
I'm telling you, bro, that shit is like, because we in Bahrain, this other ships, and this shit packed.
Yeah, it's packed, man.
Gym.
Every time you pull into them ports, if it's a gym, they're going to set up a basketball tournament.
Straight there, bro.
And then they be having them on the ship sometime. Like the aircraft carriers, they be having full court set up in the helo hangar, dog. I could never live on a ship like that.
Hey, man.
Every night, son.
Bro, I was on my next on my next ship, the USS Carney, DDG 64. Shout out
to all my partners. USS Carney.
Bro, look, we pulled in for a tournament. We was in Manta, Ecuador for a captain's
Ecuador?
Cup. Right? Manta, Ecuador.
Manta, Ecuador.
This dope ass.
Find it on the map.
Like, they got more stray dogs than people, but they sports complex downtown, it's all drug cartel. It's nice as hell. So you got like maybe 8, 9 different like navies there. It's 2 American ships. You know what I'm saying? Ecuador got a couple teams, and we come out ball, and we win the tournament and shit. Yo, the little kids is like, want your jersey, want your shoes,
everything.
Yeah, because I'm like, you know, my partner like, we playing, and I'm pointing, just throw that bitch up there.
Oh, he's showing
like,
out
throw that
too,
bitch
man.
up, and I'm going to go get
out.
it.
And he was a young fella, too.
Yeah,
he was
man,
a young fella, too,
that's
man.
when I had them good, you know, them good young spry knees. I can't do that.
Man.
I can still dunk, but I can't dunk like that.
But, man, I still dunk. I got a video if you need to see it. But I bet that was my goal. My goal, I started working out in December, and my goal was to be able to dunk by my 46th birthday, which was in April. So I had to get a dunk at 45 to say I got one in the books for dunking at 45. And then I waited a couple days after my birthday came in and banged it in for 46. So I'm good for the year. I need you to get back right, nigga. You like 22, nigga? You supposed to be dunking still, cuz.
I can
step in and dunk it. I got video. I ain't playing. Yeah, just a drop step. It's just step in and get them like that.
I can still get it with 2 hands, bro. Like that. Hey, man, like I ain't hoop, but I done, you know, fucked around at the park and stuff. I can't jack it all back and shit like I used to, but the
doctor told me I had 100-year-old knees. So I even though I've been working out doing legs every single day, I just ain't trusted my knee on that because I was a 1-leg dunker. Come off the one and just open up like Brian. Boom.
I was a 2-foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Dominique,
drop stepper. Oh, like Dominique.
Yeah, I could come out 1 leg, but man, I come out that 2 foot. And it's funny, niggas is like, yeah, this country ass nigga ain't play no ball. All right.
And let me tell you, this man is they got because again, everybody thought hip hop was only in New York until Atlanta got a hold to it. Then everybody thought basketball was in the Midwest.
Nah, this everybody hoop.
Them boys in the South balling, man. Yeah. And you know, again, I was just a ball player, man. I didn't really get into basketball seriously until I got to Hawaii, and I was going through a terrible divorce, and I just got angry and took it out on the basketball court, and I just became unstoppable on the block. I just it was just because I was just brute strength and frustration. I was just taking it out on like Charles Barkley was the dude I watched. Charles Barkley and Sean Kemp were the 2 dudes I watched growing up.
I said, I should tell you, bro, put a little finesse on that strength, bro.
Oh man,
let's put a little finesse on it.
That was when I was 30. I done got that together by now, and I still play ball like that. I think that's my midlife crisis, man. It's gonna be on the basketball court. Some people go buy Porsches. Me, I'm trying to check a 28-year-old nigga and keep him from scoring the whole game.
Nah, hey, look, bro, I like my ACL. You got that,
right? And I
get in a gray beard league. Listen, man. I just passed my 3-year anniversary for beating colon cancer, July 9th.
Give it up to my man beating colon cancer. Cancer survivor here.
Yeah,
Give it up. My man survived cancer.
But, hey, black man, crazy. Listen, man, if you don't do nothing else, go get yourself checked, man. I was 38 years old when I was diagnosed. My doctor was telling me I didn't need a colonoscopy until I was 50, but I'm listening to my body, and I pushed the issue, man. Found I had stage 2 colon cancer. Damn. And I had, you know, like big masses that they cut out my stomach. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole ordeal that if you get yourself regularly checked, you know what I'm saying, it'll avoid, you know, what I went through. But at least I did. It saved my life. So if somebody out there listening, you know what I'm saying, trust your gut. Go get that shit checked.
Yeah, get that shit checked out all the time, man. It's important that you maintain your because everybody should go to the doctor and the dentist at least a couple times a year, man.
Yeah, and see, being in the Navy got me conditioned
to doing that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
When you leave, set another appointment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that's how, you know what I'm saying? Just don't go when something wrong. It's like your car. You do maintenance. You know what I'm saying?
You got to have preventative maintenance.
Yeah, for real.
You adopted the motherfucking McDonald's cheeseburgers and you bullshitting. You need to get checked out. You know you've been on cheeseburgers for 30 years, nigga. You can't quit cheeseburgers. The Whopper be talking to him every time you ride past. You saw the meme? What you doing? You think you going to ride past me every day? Boy, ain't nobody in this line. Get checked out, man. Get your teeth clean too, man.
Yeah, for
Go
real.
see. A lot of people just saying, fuck the teeth, put me some chicklets in this bitch, and they be getting their teeth bought. But that's be them people that wear golds forever. Now they got to take them golds off.
Veneers.
Yeah, the big ass white tees in their mouth and shit.
Hey, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to y'all, though.
Keep it together. And listen, you're going to have that smile when you're 150 years old. And the minute something come out of my mouth, I'm going to get mine too. So somebody shoot me an inbox, let me know where the best person at.
Like shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? So, what's your favorite port that you visited visited during your time in the military, or just traveling around the world?
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. That's what's up. Tell me about it.
Man, Brazil, man, like it's a lot of them look just like all us. You know,
was it Carnival or you just?
No, it wasn't Carnival. It was like probably. I want to say like June of like 06, I think.
Man, the only thing I know about Rio de Janeiro.
Hey man, beautiful place, beautiful women, beautiful people, food, like, you know, their culture, bro, is like, it's dope, man. Everything about it.
My spot, I'm gonna say Rio. Mine was when we went and we moored to a buoy in the French Riviera. Now, if you can go look up the French Riviera, it's a big cave, like a bunch of rocks with celebrity houses on it, and a bunch of boats lined up against the shore. And the Navy ship pulled in, and they got these buoys that's about maybe 8 feet in diameter. You know what I'm saying? And they got a hook on that bitch, and the anchor chain come down and you hook it. I was the dude on the buoy bouncing side to side, and I'm like, the most beautiful view ever is in front of me. And I got a fucking ship, because you know when you on the buoy, the nose of the ship is right there. So I got this gigantic ship all the way over my head above me.
You sneezed the wrong
anchor
way.
hanging over my head. And I'm looking at the French Riviera. And I ended up going parasailing there. You know what I'm saying? I think listen, I want you to know, man, congratulations on surviving your cancer.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you still able to be here. You're more than welcome to come to the show anytime.
Yeah,
we
man,
got a million C stories. We drug a lot of them out. It's some crazy shit.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit. We ain't even get
I
a chance to
appreciate
scratch
being able to kick it with you, and I appreciate you coming through, chilling with Game Time, man. We've been like brothers since damn near 20 years, bro. And the thing about Navy brothers, we might not have seen each other in 10 years.
Yo.
But we see each other for the first time. It was just like we saw each other yesterday.
Every single time.
You know what I'm saying? So I want you to know I appreciate you for coming on. Thanks for coming. We make sure we get your information on the screen so people can follow my man the Tip. You got an IG?
Yeah, we'll save that for a later
Save it for a later date. But, you know, follow me on Instagram at T8DAGR81. When you see it right there on the screen, you know what I'm saying? I'm your man, Big Kurt. This has been Game Time. Have a good evening.
When you flex the right way, they supposed to hate. Don't sleep on the process, go get your paper straight. They ask why I ain't dropped, yeah, I've been out getting paid. I ain't at the top yet, cause these lames in the way. When you flex the right way, they supposed to hate. Don't sleep on the process, go get your paper straight. They ask why I ain't dropped, yeah, I've been out getting paid. I ain't at the top yet, cause these lames in the way. Keep posts out for the violence, cause these niggas be wildin', but you won't catch me hiding when it's time to start riding. Baby girl, I be styling. This drip, you ain't gon' find it. Get fly just like a pilot. Make all my plays in private, cause niggas watching. Gotta stay on my shit. I remember pass pose out to my clique. Like we in the game round, time to go take risks. Got a name OG from making them flips. If we gon' ask a bitch, then I'm far from a simp. I be macking 10 toes, been 2 days, so 10 O's. Real flippers know how this shit go. Cheated on my 30-day grind, cause I came across a drip that I just had to buy. No trip, made the shit right back. I just got a thing for flipping them sacks. I knew it was coming though. Can't spend bread unless I know I'm making more. Get it till a nigga can't even flip no more. I'm trying to get a bigger roll. OGs, still touching cheese through the quarantine. XDs equipped with the green beans. Touch your nose if you want to clean. Boom, it's on the way like delivery. Heard these niggas trying to get rid of me, so I keep it extra clip with me. K gon' sing like Whitney till that bitch is empty. You flex the right way, they supposed to hate. Don't sleep on the process, go get your paper straight. They ask why I ain't dropped, yeah, I've been out getting paid. I ain't at the top yet, cause these lames in the way. When you flex the right way,